Does your OBS or Streamlabs use too much CPU? Well, it might not be because you have a bad PC. Maybe you just have your settings wrongly set. Well, I'm Elite Gentro, and today I'm gonna show you how to set up your OBS settings for the minimal CPU usage. Roll the intro. What's up, it's Elite Gentro here, back again with another streamer tips video. Today I'm gonna show you how to lower your OBS/Streamlabs CPU usage. Before we start, I'm gonna tell you that I am running a very bad laptop. If you wanna know my specs, it's an i3 6100U, a laptop processor, which only has, I think, 2.5 gigahertz, which is not very good for streaming or gaming, but I managed to pull it off. You can also use some debloat scripts, even a Windows Lite or mini OS version of Windows, so that you can just lower your CPU of other things. Also, remember not to have a lot of programs active. You can see right now, I literally only have my Razer Synapse, my OBS, of course my microphone, and my Spotify. You can even not use Spotify. So right now, I'm gonna be using the OBS Live, which is OBS Studio with the Stream Elements extension. So if you're using normal OBS Studio, this should be the same for you. Or if you're using Streamlabs, I also have some extra tips. Let's get started. You're gonna go into your controls and you're gonna go into settings. Okay, this might be in a different place for you. So if you don't find this tab, just go into File and go into Settings. Here in your settings folder, you this settings really don't give you a lot of CPU. If you want to mess up with anything, just be sure to test it before you do anything. Test whatever, whenever it's personal preference, just test whatever you like it, you don't, whatever you need it, you don't, or whether it damages your CPU usage or not. With damage, I mean lower, higher. And also, you're gonna go into stream. Also remember your service, put your Twitch. Please put your stream key, and also in your server, depending I will really recommend if you live in any of these cities, please be my guest and please select the servers. I don't. There's not really a server here where I live, so I'll just leave it in auto. I know I shouldn't, but still. Now, you're gonna enable the bandwidth test mode only whenever you want to test your bitrate, okay? And Twitch channels, I don't really know if they use a lot of you, but I have better TTP and both frame rates because I use it. Now we're gonna go into our output. In your output, you're gonna see, you're gonna put it in advanced mode, and you're gonna do a couple things. First, you're gonna go into your encoder, and if you only have x264, just use x264. But if you have more, if you have QuickSync, if you have MBank, if you have the AMD version of MBank, which I don't remember how it's called, please use those. I'm gonna be showing you what I use for QuickSync, and it can also work with x264. The target usage can be set between fast and very fast. If you have very bad PC, as I do, just set it to either faster or very fast. If you think you can go with it, if you're using too low CPU, you actually have to spare. Yeah, go ahead and do this to the top, because this will increase a bit more your quality, but really won't decrease it a lot if you just put it in very fast. And also x264 will have an ultra fast mode. Your profile should be in main if your system is not that good. It should be in high if you see that it's not using that much. As I said, you gotta be trying how much. You can see it right here. It's using 12.4. So be sure to keep it as what you think. It will not make it crash whenever you're streaming. Okay, if you're gaming, maybe 10% it's okay, or maybe 10% is too much because your game takes up 90, so you're already using 100. So be sure to constantly test whether you like it or not. If you're using Twitch, as I do, the key interval should always be put to 2. This is not there by default in most of the times, so please just set it to 2. The async depth, don't really mess up with that. I think that you can go either with any rate control here, but I will always recommend CVR, as I've seen in plenty of tutorials, the best thing people use. And for me, it's the thing that harms less my CPU. It means it doesn't make it too high. On the bitrate, it's gonna go to your will. You're gonna set it to whatever you think your internet can go with. I have it at 3000, sometimes I have it at 25,000, sometimes I have it at 3500, sorry, 3000, 2500. and 3500. Sometimes I just mess up with those because my internet can do with that. Sometimes my internet's really not at full capacity, so I just gotta lower it a bit. And the reframes, I think it will set it automatically to about 3 or 4. I think the lowest is 2. Just mess up with this, be sure it doesn't harm your quality, and please don't set it either too high or too low. I'm talking about the bitrate. Please don't set your bitrate too high or too low, because this might work for you. You might have a very good internet. For your viewers, most of the people watching on phone may just experience a bad quality stream, not because of you, but Twitch and the bitrate you're transmitting. In recording, I like to use my streamer settings because they work fine, and in audio, I just set everything to 100 bits or bitrate. In audio, you just are gonna set whatever you need. I like to disable anything that I don't need because it might whether you believe it or not, sometimes on Streamlabs you do have these things that this trackers of audio that do use a bit of CPU because they are disabled whenever you're using performance mode. So yeah, if you have Streamlabs, also this is something for Streamlabs. I don't know if OBS has it yet, but I used to use it as when I use Streamlabs. Please use dynamic bitrate whenever you have a bad internet. Also remember, if your stream is bad and you have a good PC, maybe it's not your PC itself, maybe it's actually your internet. Be sure to check that. I will be leaving a video from Alpha Gaming that also gives you some tips on how to lower your CPU usage about or a laggy internet. When you're going to your video, this is a sacrifice you're gonna make. Okay, either you sacrifice CPU or you sacrifice internet. Okay, whenever you downscale your output resolutions from your base resolution, first, your base resolution has to be at what your monitor or your main monitor resolution, the one you capture. And your output should be the same because your CPU is using resources whenever it's rescaling. So this is a sacrifice you're gonna make. If you don't have a very good internet, you're gonna have to sacrifice on CPU, set this to low. But if you have good internet, you're gonna have to sacrifice some internet because more bandwidth to stream at a higher resolution, but you still are gonna have less CPU because your CPU is not working into making the quality lower or higher. Why will you want it higher? I don't know. But the downscale filter will be bilinear. It's either bilinear or bicubic, but bilinear uses less CPU. And your FPS values depends on what your internet and CPU capability. Right now, I use it at 30 because the game I stream doesn't really have that many FPS, and it also lags because I have a backup. So really, not much of a difference if I use 30. If you know what, if you don't know what game I'm talking about, you can always check me out on Twitch down below. Link in the description. As always, you can ask me any questions right there. I stream there from Monday to Friday from 4 Eastern time all the way to 7 Eastern. Now, the hotkeys, that really depends on you. I don't think they actually use that many CPU. And finally, your process priority should always be set normal or above, okay? I'll also recommend, please open your OBS or Streamlabs as an administrator every time you do it, because whenever Windows sees a game, it just prioritizes it. So whenever a game's needing more resources, well, the stream will crash, and you don't want that. You will either prefer the game to crash unless you're a competitive player than the stream. So whenever you open the stream in administrator mode, it gives that prioritization, and it also divides the resources your PC is using. So whenever you open as administrator, it may reduce lag and reduce crash whenever your game is just getting too heavy for your handle. This, of course, will go into each one settings, and I do have the reconnect, and you can actually try the beta of dynamic bitrate. But it depends on you. You gotta see how it works. If it's not working for you, just disable it right away because you'll know it. And finally, I will tell you something. Whenever you use a display capture, it actually uses more CPU than a window. It does more resources because it's capturing a whole thing instead of just a window, any window, a browser window or an app window. And also remember, playing a game, use a game capture. Finally, this is something I'm actually doing right now. I have my alerts all compressed in a web-based overlay. I have my webcam border, I have my latest feed, and I have my alerts and everything that you see on the stream and video. You have it all compressed in one web-based overlay, just one. And if we go to my starting screen screen, you're gonna see that I only have my webcam, and I only have one starting screen tab. See, I turn this off, there's nothing. I turn this off, only one thing that's handling it all. And yeah, I will leave a link on Stream Elements so that you know how to compress all your overlays into one browser, which will definitely decrease your CPU. You see now, my CPU usage kind of peaked. That is also because I have a very kind of heavy transition. If you really don't care about transitions, I will really recommend go for Fade. Fade will solve your life, looks clean, looks wonderful, and it doesn't use CPU. If you have a single transition, just be sure it is actually picking your CPU. Because that's what my past transition did. And to be honest, it ended up crashing my stream a couple. So I decided to change transition to a little bit less heavy one. And finally, I hope this video actually was useful to you. If it was, please drop a like. If it wasn't, please drop a dislike and tell me what I can help you with or what can I assist you in to lower your CPU. I'm Lee Gentro, and this was my 4th episode of Streamer Tips. I hope it helped. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.